New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring. We invite you to join our prayer broadcast every day at 8:15 a.m. and 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time. Send us your prayer requests or schedule a private prayer session by emailing prayer@ntmedia.org. And now, it's time to pray together.
Hello. Oh, where am I? Here I am. There we go. Good morning. Welcome to morning prayer for, what is today? Monday, June 16th, 2025. My name is Muro. I'm a prayer practitioner here on the New Thought Media Network. And I am delighted and honored, even if I am a little goofy sometimes, to be your host for this prayer time. It is truly a pleasure to be able to spend this time with you in prayer. If there is anything, and I do mean anything, that is in your heart or on your mind that you would like prayer for, by all means, let us know, please. You can submit a prayer request here. www.ntmedia.org/prayer. And our international family of ministers and practitioners would be delighted to hold your intention. So, this morning I wanted to share with you this reading. This comes from Daily Gratitude Reflections, Volume 2, by Deborah Perdue. And she starts off with a quote from Reverend Dr. Michael Beckwith. And the good doctor said, "We have been given this precious human incarnation in which each and every one of us is a candidate for enlightenment." But then Deborah adds this, which I found wonderful. She says, "I dare say we are candidates for enlightenment even if we kick and scream and do our best not to wake up." And then ends with this solid affirmation: how grateful I am to live in a conscious way, inviting in learning and growing, and most of all, remembering. So think of ways in which you feel enlightened. Think of ways in which you demonstrate that enlightenment in your life. And perhaps think about ways that you might not. And what is it that's allowing you to kick and scream? You know, we speak sometimes of a spiritual awakening. There is no spiritual snooze button. You either are enlightened or you are not. But you can forget. You most certainly can forget who and whose you are. So let's take this into prayer and let's concentrate. Let's focus on what it is that we want to remember, what we want to hold on to, what we want to be able to bring into our life in a conscious way, and avoiding that kicking and screaming. So I'll invite you to close your eyes and soften your gaze, whichever is comfortable and safe for you to do. Allow yourself this moment to just be here in the now, with whatever came before this moment, whatever is going to come afterwards. Allow them to just sit quietly. They don't get to kick and scream into this moment, because this moment, we are bringing all of who and whose we are to our consciousness. And so we do indeed start with remembering. We start with the recognition of what we know, that deep knowing. It's not simply an intellectual, I understand this, but it's more this knowing that goes so deep into your body that its truth just rings solidly. And I start with God. God is all there is, regardless of what name I call God. We are speaking of the one power, the thing itself. We are speaking of the source and the supply of all, because there is no separation between God and any of us or any of God's creations. We are all linked within the one. And so for me to allow my enlightenment to shine in this world, I must remember that primary foundational fact, that truth, right? The truth that we are all connected, that we are all part of the divine. And that seemingly simple statement, the remembrance of that seemingly simple statement is profound, because it means that I don't look at the news and condemn. It means I don't look at the actions of others and condemn. It means I don't look to others and judge. It doesn't mean I condone violence or condone hatred or condone exclusion. No. But there is a difference between not condoning those actions and excluding and pushing away the actors themselves. Part of my enlightenment is my ability to remember that there is a difference between the actor and the action. And so, by holding on to that fundamental truth, I give myself a guideline. I give myself a way to perceive the world, a way to walk in the world that is far different than if I simply were reactionary. By recognizing how I can learn about another person, I can learn about another country, I can learn about another generation, and seek to understand. Because in seeking to understand, I am indeed opening my horizons. I am opening my possibilities. I am opening to possibilities. And so I wish to always be growing. I wish to always be learning. And I recognize that my enlightenment is not something that simply occurs in and of its own. No, I am here on this plane as a human being. My divine self is absolutely here with me always. But whether I choose to be aware and to open to that divinity, that is where my enlightenment comes in. My ability to remember who and whose I am, my ability to act with that knowledge, with that recognition, my ability to truly be who and whose I am, provides so much more in my life, and so much more to the life of the world itself. Never doubt the power of love. Never doubt the power of just a smile at times, just a door that's held open, just a, please, you go first. All of these things, small, seemingly insignificant, but they are all an expression of inclusion. They are all an expression of caring. We need to care for ourselves. We start there. We need to care for others with the same understanding of their worth as the worth of any of us, because we are all created from that same source and that same supply. And so I look upon all of this and I see it not as an obligation, not as a requirement, but as an invitation, a possibility for me to live a fulfilling and fulfilled life. And in doing so, raising the vibration of all. And so today, if each of us hold to that, imagine the effect that we can have on the world. Each and every one of us providing that love to one another, and those people providing love to one another, and on and on. We have the opportunity to have love and goodness propagate in this world and hold to its strength. It only has strength if we allow it to inform our thoughts and our actions. And so today, hold to that enlightenment. Allow yourself to be truly who and whose you are. And if any of this resonates with you, I'll invite you to affirm it by saying, "And so it is." Good morning, Mara. Good morning, Peggy. He says, "Yes, and I learn about myself even more." Very welcome. Happy Monday, it's all love. And so it is. If you need a little bit of help today to be able to find that gratitude, to be able to learn and grow, make a few suggestions for you. Here on the New Thought Media Network, today, immediately following this prayer is, of course, the Morning Sip with Rev Melissa. She's going to be talking about forgiveness and how important it is. 10 a.m. Mountain Time, Growing Edge Live with Reverend Dr. Ali Benjamin, not Benjamin Ali, Reverend Dr. Ali Benjamin, and her guest, Dr. Jim Lockhart. Let's see, at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, Your Doula for Grief with Practitioner Bonnie Gonzalez, and 7 p.m. Mountain Time, Sofa Sundays on Mondays, in which we take 6 or 7 different services from around the United States. I believe it's just the United States. And we take the lessons that were taught and we bring them all together for you. So allow yourself today to remember. Allow yourself today to grow. Allow yourself today to learn and to bring all of who you are to all that you do, because you are loved and you are love. I'll see you soon. Namaste.
On behalf of everyone at New Thought Media Network, thank you for being a member of our virtual family. Your financial contributions help share the New Thought message with people from around the world. Please visit and contribute at www.ntmedia.org/donate. New Thought Media Network. Come be you. And please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace and blessings. On behalf of the New Thought Media Network, thank you for being with us for this special prayer broadcast. We look forward to being with you again soon, 8:15 a.m. or 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time. Until then.